What culture shock did you experience the first time you came to China?
Well, the culture shock is that nobody speaks Polish here, and then 20 years ago it was also rather difficult to communicate in English. So the communication in the in sightseeing or in hotels or in restaurants was a big problem. It's changing, of course, because many Chinese learn foreign languages and many foreigners learn Chinese these days, so it's more easy to communicate. As for the culture shock, I didn't feel much of the culture shock, frankly speaking, because I am interested in China and East Asia for many years since my school times, so I think I've read a lot about the culture and the culture differences. I also served in the past in East Asia. I was ambassador to South Korea, so certain elements of the culture are similar between the two countries. So I didn't really feel that much of the culture shock coming to China, to work in China. But of course there's a lot of culture differences between Poland and China, or between Europe and China. Culture differences that we experience every day. We experience them during our work, the way we talk, the way we negotiate, the way we understand different things are different. You can feel it also in the culture. We have somehow different interests in culture, or we appreciate beauty in a different way. It's of course the food culture which is different. In fact, I love Chinese food, especially food from Sichuan or Yunnan.
Is that too spicy?
No, it's not. Why it should be too spicy? If it's not too spicy for Chinese, why it should be too spicy for me? I'm basically the same. I have the same stomach, and I really like it. But of course, it's different fruit from what we eat back home in Poland. So we experiencing these culture differences every day in work and in private life. But sometimes it's a little bit of a problem. Sometimes it makes it a little bit more difficult to work, a little bit more effort to understand each other and to find mutual understanding. But on the other hand, it's also fascinating, the differences in culture, in food, in social life makes it even more interesting than living in my own country. So as always, everywhere we have two sides of the same thing, positive and negative. That's a very Chinese concept. So the culture differences have sometimes some drawbacks, but sometimes some very interesting positive effects on our daily life here.
During the past decade, you have witnessed the changes and development of China. So in your opinion, what is the biggest change here, and what are your thoughts regarding all the constant changes that happen in China?
The process of changes in China is very complex, and I think it's embracing different aspects of living, social life and culture life, and many other. But I think the most spectacular is the economic development of China, and in that sense Chinese society, which not that long ago was in the large parts of the society was poor. I mean, there was so many poor people in China not really long time ago. These people are still there, because in any country you have poor people. Even in the richest countries you have poor people, but the number of them is certainly smaller and smaller. In the same time, you can observe how the average Chinese person improved his life or her life, and the level of living has grown significantly in China, and the Chinese people are enjoying more and more the life of middle class, and I think this group of Chinese is growing with all the advantages and disadvantages, but they have more time for leisure, for culture, for sport, and technology. One of the striking elements of China is how many people are using internet here, and that's why I think your television is also important, because with I estimated 500 million internet users, that's more than any other channel of TV or any newspaper. So the internet growth is one of the striking features here, and that's why also we at the Polish Embassy, we attach more and more attention to working with the electronic media and internet TV stations or internet magazines. These features of Chinese development in terms of economy and technology are probably the most noticeable and striking changes in China.
Based on your understanding and the perspective of China, what direction do you see China heading towards, and what are the biggest opportunities and challenges for China?
It's a very complex question. I think Chinese leaders, Chinese government is constantly trying to respond to the challenges that China is facing. It's very difficult for the foreign ambassador to comment on that, but we studied the documents of the new 5-year plan announced last year, which assumes the overall restructurization of Chinese economy and boosting more domestic demand and activation of the western provinces, etc. These are decisions and the plans made by the Chinese people, Chinese government. What I would say is that certainly in the case of China, because it's such a big country with such a large population and large economy, to continue to grow, you always have to adjust to the changing situation. China is changing in itself inside. It's also the external world is changing, so China must take into consideration that some markets are going down, some opportunities disappear. For many years, Chinese model was based on the export, the development model. Export is becoming more difficult because many countries in the crisis has less money to buy, and also Chinese products are becoming more and more expensive, which is an avoidable result of growing living standards in China. So export is not it's not possible for China to continue the same speed of growth just based on export. That's why the internal consumption, domestic consumption growth is so important for the government, and many means were taken to boost the internal consumption. The other thing that can help China continue to grow is going abroad, I think, and Chinese companies are looking for more and more for the business opportunities in the other countries, including in Poland, of course. And I think that the Chinese investment abroad is one of the ways in which China can continue to grow its economy and continue to develop. So in that, especially in that field, see a lot of space for beneficially cooperation, mutually beneficial cooperation for China and for the foreign countries, including Poland.